Welcome back to AFTV. Everyone, Arsenal have won 5-1 at Palace and Kwarmz. I remember last week, in a moment of misunderstanding, I nearly got mad at you. I don't know why, thinking that we were, all debating with Goonlee about the, holding teenagers to a standard.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that today, my word, did Lewis Skelly live up to it and more?
Yeah, he did. He done well. I was really impressed with him. To be honest, I think you mentioned it as well in the live show where you were saying that out of all the left backs, he's probably put in the best performance overall. So, yeah. And he's not even a left back. So kudos to him, credit to him. Mikel's obviously believing in our young players, which is good. But yeah, I just said that he's brought a lot of composure at that left back. Because he's a centre mid by trade, he's able to drift into that midfield. Do you know what I mean? So, no, he's done really well. I've been really happy with him.
I think he's got a mix of Zinchenko's profile in that he was a midfielder, shorter than probably most of our normal defenders, likes to go into midfield. He's got that Calafiori. The one thing I like about Calafiori, he feels like a real maverick defender. Yeah. And I think Lewis Skelly's quite happy to take, carry the ball and you're thinking, whoa, okay. And then he kind of comes out with it. But he's also got the real kind of composure and temperament of a Timber in that position. Do you know what I mean? Really, really focused, really intelligent. Yeah. And when you blend all those things together, you kind of the 18-year-old, the only thing you can't give him is experience. Everything else, he's kind of got it.
He's done really well. I mean, I think, just to touch on that, it's just probably his decision making. He makes the right decisions.
Yeah, spot on.
It's not like he's doing anything out of the ordinary. It's not like he's having to play a magic pass. It's just he makes the right decisions at the right time. He draws players in when he needs to, then he releases the ball. There's a few times where he done it with Odegaard, and he done really well as he burst into that midfield. But then he has that tenacity, like he said, of a Timber.
Yeah,
he's got that strength. He's not afraid to get a bit physical, which I love about him. So he done really well.
There was one moment that had the whole watch party applauding, and I think it was the second half where he just got in front of a man, shouldered them off, turned, opened the pitch up. You're like, fair play, because I said it on the watch. It's not just being strong enough to do it. No. It's actually being almost brave enough and confident enough. You're playing around these Premier League players and going, no, fuck, get off me. I'm keeping the ball here.
Yeah, no, because obviously I think there was a little tussle in the box as well with Mateta. Oh yeah. He got hit in his Adam's apple. He went down, and it was just kind of you see a lot of youngster players or younger players. They were kind of fold under that pressure, but he kind of rose to the occasion. And to be honest, he put his body in front, and that's what he's supposed to do. That's all we ask is you put your body on the line. Yeah, so totally he was really good. He was really good.
And look, the only person we spoke about in every fan cam, we're going to keep going, is of course Gabriel Jesus. Number 9 is back, 2 goals, 5 in a week. Yeah. 1 opposition, funnily enough. Is this just a purple patch against Palace, or is this something more to it? Because he took those goals really well, and not in the way Jesus normally would, with the quick finishing, the minute-sighted goal. Off he went with his shot, and it's 5 goals, man. It's
5 goals. It's 5 brilliant goals. If you actually look at the difference in terms of how he takes it, I think that second one where it bounces and he has to hit and it just goes in the inside of that post. Fantastic. So he's brimming with confidence, which is good. Arteta's kind of proven a lot of people wrong, where he's just look, he will come good. You just have to have faith, have faith, be patient in him. And I think I was listening to his interview afterwards. He's happy. He's the happiest he's been for a while, which is fantastic to him. Let's not forget about what he done in terms of his injuries. You know what I mean? He's been through a lot. He's had to ride it out. He's watched everyone else getting goals, Havertz coming in, getting the limelight, but he seized his opportunity, which is fantastic. So I'm happy for him. He's on form, which is good. Yeah. I know everyone's talking about Gabriel Jesus, but then obviously I wanted to mention Declan Rice. Yeah, good. Or should I say Becklan Rice, because I've had a lot of conversations with Uncle, I've had a lot of conversations with people in terms of what does he do? And that little cameo that he made just proved he's so good, bruv. It's ridiculous what he can do. When they were doing that Mikel Antonio and they asked, who's better, him or Rodri? And he was like, Declan Rice is better. And everyone was like, nah. I guarantee you, if Declan Rice wasn't English, people would be screaming to the moon about him. But he's
better than Rodri, though.
I believe he is. Wow. I believe he offers more because he can do the defensive work, but then he can get forward. Look at some of the balls he was playing. He's pinging it across the box. Yeah, and then to add it, he's getting more goals now for us, which is fantastic. So for me, I'm happy with him as well. So it's looking good. It's looking good.
City fans, I do think it's Rodri.
It's fine.
But there we go. Look, final thing I wanted to ask you about, which completely slipped my mind now. It wasn't about Saka. Who was it about? Kai Havertz. Because I asked everyone in the room who's happy with the 11. And a lot of people hands down. But you were one of the few that went, no, I'm happy with it. And we saw why, and your instinct on it was absolutely spot on. Your thoughts on, explain Kai Havertz playing a particular role next to Jesus, occupying the defenders and everything you said absolutely came true.
Yeah, thank you, James. No. I mean, I don't know it all, but I study the game. I love the game. And for me, I think like a lot of fans like to sit on the fence, whereas for me, I'm kind of like Arteta, where he will put his chest, he says, here's my chest, like hit it. He's willing to die by the sword. And for me, I've seen Havertz come in and everyone hated it. And I had to argue with people, what does he bring? What does he do? But he does everything. He's just like a Swiss Army knife, yeah? He can do everything that you need him to do. He's not an out-and-out striker. He's not an out-and-out midfielder, but he's a nuisance. And that's the thing about him, is that you can play him across the lines. You can play him, you can drop him and play him in the 10, but he poses a threat. And maybe he might distract a lot of the defenders. That gives the space for Gabriel Jesus to go on and score his goals that he's been doing. So, yeah, they've done well. It seems to be working so far.
Well, one game, and they definitely clicked, and he definitely understood the role. Let's hope for more of it.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully.
Big thanks, Kwarmz.
Thank you, bro.